Hey all, and welcome to the June 26th, 2019 edition of Weekly Whip Wednesday. So this is take two because Leo decided that it was fun to just scream in my background the entire time and I couldn't think anymore. So let's try this again. So as I've mentioned before, this summer I was going to try to do project specific videos, and this is going to kind of be that, but not exactly. I skipped last week because I just never got around. I got a few of the clips recorded, but I still need another clip to record, and I never finished putting everything together. But today I'm going to try and start and finish this hat all in one day. So we're going to go with that. So this project is for the Wolves Needles Hands podcast. She has a year-long hat along, and each month has a different project theme, and this month was turbans. Now this pattern was given to me by one of the other people. I wasn't for sure what a turban style hat would be, so I went through the finished objects threads and looked for a free crochet pattern, so this was it. So I have brought you just to the Ravelry page because it is on a website with ads and not a Ravelry download, which I just think is annoying, and I had to put it in a Word document just so I could work it. So I've gone ahead and just pulled up the Ravelry page as I needed to start hooking it, so I needed to create my project page. So this is the pattern I'll be doing. It's a textured turban. It is on all free crochet patterns or something like that. Like I said, it's not a site I would recommend because it is ad heavy, and it took me a couple different tries on a couple different browsers to even get it to read me the pattern because it's just so ad heavy, and that is not my favorite patterns. But this is the one I will be working since it was free, and I'm getting down to the end of the month, so I need to get a hat in. So for this project, I actually have already almost completed one hat, but I ran out of yarn. I was trying to use my leftovers from the hat project that I had made for my friend, which was one of the pink pussy hats, and that is 100% wool pattern, so I wanted to make it big enough that I could gift it to a friend, since I don't like, well, most places that I know of won't even accept donated items in wool. So I decided I was going to try and get a hat out of it, and I came about 2 or 3 rows short. I think I was on row 15, and I needed 17 rows in total. Yeah, I know, so close, but I had a feeling it wasn't going to make it. I was only making the toddler size. This pattern is nice. It does go from newborn to adult, but it wasn't going to make it, and I don't have, like, the other yarn that I have that would be the same weight and material as that yarn is not in a complementary colorway. So, excuse me guys, I have switched over. I will now be making an adult hat because I also would like to participate more in, hopefully, Cody Rears, I think is his name, the Cody Knits podcast. He is a nurse for cancer patients. I forget what the actual practice thing he does, if it's in a hospital, if it's in a private clinic, or what it was. But he is accepting hats. He did this last summer. He's doing it again. He's taking hat donations for the patients that do go see him or go through his care. So I will be doing this. I will be donating the Franklin Street Beanie as well for that. So, but this time, since I will be doing a bigger size, I have picked up this yarn, which is my Red Heart Soft in the color turquoise, I think that's what it was. I made a hat for the babies earlier this year, and so I was gonna go ahead and try to use up a lot of this. If I'm making a bigger size, I think I should be able to use up quite a bit. The smaller size I was working on, I had about, I think, between 30 and 35 grams of the wool yarn left. I think acrylic tends to be a lighter yarn, so you get more yardage out of a skein, and I have 90-ish grams, I think the scale said, of this, so I should have no problem finishing it. And I might even make because this pattern does have a flower that goes with it, I may either make that flower out of that yarn from this pattern, or I might just do the simple flower that I already know and make it a clip, because I do think that would be a nice contrast for this, but being such different materials, I didn't think it would be good to just finish off the hat in this other yarn. Plus, you'd want it like in the middle, not as the whole hat. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, get started, and see where we end up. And hopefully today I can get this finished. Okay guys, quick little check-in here. I forgot to tell you, I'm using, I hope this is the H hook. I think that's what I discovered yesterday. And I got done with the increase rows. So the increase rows in the pattern were supposed to be at the beginning of your increase, or of your row, and then, you know, going out from there. For some reason, I can't count that well. I find it easier to increase at the end of the amount of stitches, so that's what I did here. Not like a big thing, it's basically shifting your increase a stitch. But yeah, that's what I do anytime I come across that. I thought I'd share it with you just in case you are a person that is unable to adjust your thinking for how patterns are written. It is a very easy adjustment to make. You just need to make sure you pay attention to your stitch counts. But yeah, like I said, I just have trouble for some reason. I can't do the increase and then the amount of stitches and then the increase. I have to do the amount of stitches and then the increase and then the next amount of stitches, because I don't know, that's just the way my brain works. But yeah, so we are done with that. I am starting the round of double crochet, and then the next part will be all half double crochets till the end. And we are supposed to be going out for our splash pad play date, and so I figured this was the only time I'd have to check in before that, and hopefully I get quite a bit of the ways through the, let's see, how many rows of half double? 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 8 rows of half double to do. So hopefully I get that done while we're out, and then there's only a round of, I think it was slip stitch. I might do the crab stitch just because I have trouble getting the slip stitch to be loose enough. Anyways, I think Jeremy needs help with a little, so we'll talk to you guys later. Okay guys, so we just got back from splash pad fun, and I've gotten everything done but this final row, which is just a slip stitch around, trying to do it loosely. So I have switched to this hook, which I believe is a 7mm. I haven't actually used this. I thought I had lost my hook when I was doing the kitty mats, so my husband had ran into Hobby Lobby once for me, and so yeah, this was the hook with the, what we like to call toothbrush hold, or toothbrush handle. And so I got all my repeats done. I just have to finish that slip stitch, and then all you do to make this the turban is to take it and pretty much do that with a piece of string. And then I think it had a flower, so I'm gonna try and do that flower. If I don't like that flower, I always have my standby flower or a clip that I can put with it, and I think that's just supposed to go right here just to make it extra pretty and hide where you gather it. So that's probably the last you're going to see of that. I brought over, oh no, it's not going to be handy. I brought over my, I finished some hand spun. Oh, I can't get it, it's on the floor. And so, while we sit here and try to get Leo to go down for his nap, here we go. We have our spinning that we're going to take. Can you get Mommy's yarn? Can you get the ball? Well, it's a bobbin, but can you get it? Can you get Leo? Leo likes to get Mommy's balls, even when she tells him they stay on the floor. He still gives them back to Mommy. Okay, thank you. So yeah, we gotta get all this off the bobbin. So that's what we're going to be working on next year, while Leo is trying to settle down. So what I have left to do with this is I will Once I get it on here, I'll go soak it and then whack it and let it dry. And then it'll be ready to use. So anyways, guys, that is all for now. Okay, guys, I'm not going to go in depth about this because this will be another one of those weekly whips that I might make its own video for. But I did get some knitting done today. Not a whole lot, just a couple rows. But I did have that going. As well as I pulled back out this sweater. Now this is what I'm probably going to work on for the rest of the tonight. So I've basically done this row. So not a whole lot of progress done today. But I will be continuing that now that I've got my other stuff done. And I'll go ahead and insert a picture here of my hand spinning drying.